today on Divorce Court.
I am tired of Vonte always lying, always cheating, and his family members always in our business.
Even though she has a problem with my family, she takes it out on me.
They should love me. They don't have to like me, but respect should be a main thing.
When it's good, it's good. But when it's bad, it's toxic.
I grew up with 6 boys. My temper is always like yelling to get my point across.
She's throwing stuff at me, broken stuff in mine.
At the end of the day, how we supposed to get married if we can't be a family? If we all can't sit down and have Sunday dinner together, that's a problem.
Divorce Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Denise Harris and Vonte Lewis. The two of you have been together for 5 years. You have no children between the two of you. You, however, have 2 children from previous relationships. You're here today on a before your vows. You two have been together 5 years. You can't decide whether or not after all this time you should get married, although I do believe you're looking for a ring already, but we'll check that out in a moment. You've given me your marriage license with permission to tear it up should I think your union is ill-advised, and you also filled out my compatibility test, which has shown me some things that are moderately alarming. Before I get to those things, I'm going to start with you, Ms. Harris. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and why, after 5 years, you can't seem to get to a point where you can jump the broom?
Vonte is very hard to trust. Like, for one thing, he just lies all the time. Like, even when we first initially started talking on Fridays, he never answered the phone, never. However, Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon, he'll answer the phone like, hey, what's up? We can get together. He used to be like, that was his day to sleep. He used to work like 10 to 12 hours, during the week. So
do you live together?
We did. Not right now, we don't.
Okay, you were living together for a while and he left. Did he tell you not to call on Friday?
No. I'm talking about, like, this is when we initially first met back in 2013.
Gotcha.
I'm just saying, like, he just lies. Like, this started out lying.
Well, what was he lying about on Friday?
Friday wasn't my day. My day was Saturday. Friday was his ex-girlfriend day. So that's why he wouldn't never answer the phone. But he told me on Fridays he be asleep. That's why he don't answer the phone.
Did you have your women scheduled?
Nah, I mean...
Was Friday not her day?
Some days I be asleep.
Now, Mr. Lewis, we can dance around the maypole, we can get this thing done. Well, you're seeing 2 women at the same time. And I'm gonna tell you what, ain't mad about it. Sometimes it's a rough transition. You meet someone new. Sometimes it takes a little time to, decouple. So were you doing that?
Well, I mean, we had just started in the relationship, so yes,
yeah.
I was mingling. I was mingling with other women.
You understand that? You meet somebody, you like somebody, and all of a sudden he's just gonna drop everybody else. He don't know if you're crazy.
He didn't have to lie.
I ain't mad about that, because that's a new relationship, he don't know what to do. Give me a lie that's gonna upset me.
So one day he called my phone. He was like, we was on the phone for like 30 minutes. So he was like, I'm gonna put some air in my tire and I'll call you back. I was like, okay, cool. So like 30, 40 minutes done went by. I'm like, okay, it don't take that long to put air in no tire. So I kept calling his phone. He never answered the phone. By the 20th time he didn't answer, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna pull up at his house. So as I'm driving to his house, the whole way I'm calling his phone. Now we done got to the 75th, and this is no lie, 75th phone call. He finally answers the phone, and I was like, where you at? He was like, I'm at home. I'm like, no, you not. I'm sitting in front of your house, so you not here. Oh, but I'm on my way. I'm like down the street. So when he pulls up at the stop sign and he see my car there, the first thing that he do is bust a U-turn, because he already knew that it was going to be drama. So when he bust that U-turn, I chased behind him, acting like I was going to ram him with my car. I wasn't going to ram him for real, but I was making him think I was going to ram him for real. So finally, I guess he got tired of me chasing him around the neighborhood in our cars, and he finally pulled back up. I pulled back up. I'm like, man, babe, just get in the car. We just gonna talk. I'm not mad. Get in the car. So as soon as he hopped in the car, I'm like, where your phone at? Because I wanted him to know, because he told me his phone was dead, and that's why he didn't answer my phone call. So I wanted to see his phone so he could see, no, you see that I called you 75 times.
How long ago was that?
This was probably like 2016.
And you stayed?
I
mean, 75 phone calls, a car chase, in the car, demanding your equipment. You stayed.
When it's good, it's good. When it's bad, it's toxic.
How often is it good?
Ooh. I say about a good, maybe 80%.
Mr. Lewis, were you running around on her Was she chasing you for a reason other than her own insecurities, or were you actually doing something wrong?
No, I wasn't doing nothing wrong that time. I was.
That's time.
No, yes, he lying. Cause as soon as he got in the car, before he gave me his phone, he was like, "I'm gonna let you know I got some girl number."
But it was work related.
He was cutting up.
Let me give you a little clue, Mr. Lewis. Trustworthiness is not like a suit. You can't just wear it sometimes. So if you were cheating 5 times, and she's yelling at you about the 6th time when you really didn't do it, you can't say, I'm trustworthy, because you're not. It's
Right.
not a suit. If you don't wear it all the time, it's like you're naked.
He makes me crazy.
Okay, nobody makes you crazy. You just are.
A little bit.
You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody make you crazy. Now, I understand that there is a concern about a coworker with whom she believes you are cheating. And I want to take my time to turn my attention to that particular individual because she says she's particularly concerned about that.
I don't think I was giving her the googly eyes. I mean, I conversated with her. She was a coworker.
Never play poker. And when you get on the stand, always tell the truth, because you're going to go to jail for perjury. So, Ms. Harris, I understand there is a particular coworker that Mr. Lewis has that causes you concern. Why don't you tell me who she is and what's going on?
He was working at a part-time job at a gas station, and it initially started where he would come home late. Like, he supposed to get off at 11 o'clock, but he wouldn't come till like maybe 12, 1. And he used to be like, oh, he was waiting on the third shift person to come in. But I let it go. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So not too long
I doubt that, but go ahead.
No, for real.
You don't look like the woman that, okay, it didn't read true to me, but go ahead.
At that time, I was like, oh, okay, cool. So some time went on down the line, and like he just started to act different. And at this point, he had packed up his stuff and went home. He got mad one day, just mad. Packed up his stuff and he left. He liked to be like, oh, we were separated during this time, but he still want to come over every night, spend the night. He still want
But he's on a break.
Yeah, but he on a break. But he still taking me out on dates, and we still hanging out on weekends, going to clubs. We doing all that.
Were you dating her during the breaks?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, he does
So
that.
you know that's a lie, right? A break is, I still want you, but I want to sleep with other people and not be held accountable for the things I'm doing. Never accept a break. Ain't no such a thing. You tell a man he want to break, you break all the way off. You can't come back, you can't come by, you can't call. If you want to break, you want to be with me or you not with me, ain't no in between. Women take too much.
After that, I really found out about the girl. I just randomly went up to their job one day, walked in. As soon as he seen my face, he was smiling. But I wasn't smiling because I seen how they were looking at each other. I'm like, oh, that's her right there. Like, cause they giving each other like googly eyes and all this. She all up under him while he trying to check me out. She all up under him.
What kind of job was this?
At a gas station. She young. She don't know no better. She young. She don't know
Were you googly eyeing with the co-worker? Were you giving each other long, meaningful looks, and did she catch you doing it?
No, I don't think I was giving her the googly eyes. I mean, I conversated with her. She was a coworker.
Never play poker. And when you get on the stand, always tell the truth, because you're going to go to jail for perjury. Because you're not selling it. You're not selling me your innocence. Right. It's just kind of, you're real liquid with it.
Because he's not innocent.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're kind of doing the wrong thing, aren't you?
Sometimes, not all the time.
Sometimes, not all the time.
But that particular incident gets you doing right. And I mean, I know for a fact because after, like I said, he kept pulling up at the house. He would drop her off at home because she ain't had no car, did not drive. So he would drop her off at home, and then he'll come to my house. And one thing that he always do is he go to sleep. And when he go to sleep, guess what I'm finna do? I'm finna go through your phone.
Right.
So I went through his phone one night, and I done seen them texting. He talking about they'll put her in a hotel, and he'll help take care of her and her baby, and all this mess. He don't fool with his ex no more because she found out who I was from the day when I walked into the store, and she asked him,
were you trying to play Superman for another woman?
I mean, we had developed a friendship, but no, I wasn't trying to be her Superman.
I understand that Ms. Harris has quite the temper. Can you give me a story that would demonstrate the extreme nature of her temper, and then we'll talk about it for a moment?
She ended up throwing my tennis shoes in the toilet. And so I ended up throwing my shoe through her mirror.
Right. Now, who has the temper?
Can I tell you about the stupid tax? The stupid tax is this. You tear up somebody's expensive stuff because you're angry, then they have to go and replace it. And the only people that are benefiting from that is the people who make the stuff that you have to buy 5 times because you don't have enough sense to have a conversation as opposed to tearing up their stuff.
We can't have no conversation.
That's the stupid tax.
He won. We can't have a conversation. Like the day,
Well, we're going to talk about it.
He
I do believe that one of the reasons you can't have a conversation is because you don't know how to talk to people. And I also understand the fact that you don't know how to talk to people has made his family not like you. So we need to discuss that and what I saw in your compatibility test. What did you do while you were blacked out?
I mean, I just snapped. Like, I raised my voice. I started cussing that person out. And Tay had to come and get in the middle.
What would make you suspicious about your partner's relationship with a coworker? Tell us what you think at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back. Ms. Harris, you say that Mr. Lewis's family does not like you. Why don't you give me a couple of examples?
When I first met them, they started talking about, like, girls with weaves and how black women don't feel pretty if they ain't got weave in their head. The next time that I came around, I didn't have no weave in my head. I had my regular hair. And the first thing they gonna say is, oh, you are actually a pretty black girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just stuff like that. He said that stuff was a joke, but if I don't know you, I'm not gonna take that as a joke. A couple years on down the line, Christmas, I pull up, I'm in a good mood. Slick was invited. I thought, give out the gifts that I had, and next thing I know is, oh, Vonte, did you give her the money for this? And I'm like, well, he ain't got to give me no money. We do everything together anyway. So, like, his money is my money is his money, so it don't make a difference. Oh, well, I'm just saying, because if it was me, I wouldn't have got you nothing. So I was like, okay, well, that's the difference between me and you. After that...
Have you ever been in a dispute?
Oh, yes,
with any of the
that
members?
same day.
Tell me about the dispute.
The next thing she said out of her mouth after that I wouldn't do nothing for you, I wouldn't have gave you nothing, was, I know how you be faking and fronting. And at that point, I just blacked out, because it's been a whole year of just nitpicking.
At that point, I blacked. Now, you know
For
what that means. I got mad and I don't want to take, don't want to take responsibility for what I did.
No,
I blacked out.
No, for real, I blacked out because at the end of the day, the family member that I have the issue with, at the end of the day, it shouldn't be that way. But I blacked out.
Well, what did you do while you were blacked out?
I mean, I just snapped. Like, I raised my voice. I started cussing that person out. And Tay had to come and get in the middle because they slick chest bumped me, and I was really about ready to go on and handle that. But I didn't do that. I said, out of respect for them, because they older than me, you know what I'm saying? Out of respect, I'm finna go get my mama. I went to go get my mama. And, you know, it was really finna be on and popping, because my mama, she about that life, too. So it was really finna be on and popping.
Mr. Lewis, can I hear your version of that event?
I mean, I will say the family member, they was wrong. At the end of the day, I still left with her. You know what I'm saying? I really don't care what
What'd you do before you left with her?
Nothing.
Did you get into it? Did you separate people?
I did,
you try to have a conversation?
I got in between them.
Over and over and over again, she says you don't stand up for her with your family. Is there any truth to that? I mean, take a minute.
No. Because at the end of the day, I always end up with her.
No, just because you go sleep with her don't mean you're taking a side. Do you talk to your people about how your people...
I've talked to them several times.
Hey, I'm still talking. How do you talk to your people about how your people talk to her?
Yes, I do.
Do you come to any resolution with your people?
Grown folks are going to do what they want to do regardless.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Do you think Ms. Harris brings some of this on herself?
Yeah, sometimes.
Not with your family member?
Sometimes.
Does she start stuff?
That particular incident, no, she didn't.
Okay. She is known to be staticky. Does she crackle, snap, crackle, and pop?
Yeah. She does have that.
You do snap, crackle, and pop, right?
Yeah, when I'm disrespected or I'm irritated. Like, don't be rude to me. I'm not rude to nobody, but I'm a big person I respect. You don't respect me,
How often do you get disrespected and irritated in any particular day?
It only comes from people that I love. Like,
I'm looking for a number.
I don't know. It can happen at any moment, really.
How often in a week do you snap, crackle, and pop?
I could be in traffic and road rage.
Yeah. I got you. Now this is, every once, when I do these things, I know you're new, so I'm just letting you know. This is a before your vows. They want to know if they should get married. So right now, all I think is run. So I'm gonna go back and talk to you about. Give me a 30 seconds why Mr. Lewis is the man of your dreams.
Well, the first thing is, he is my soulmate. He can make me laugh. He can make me cry. He can make me angry. He bring out all my emotions that I could possibly have.
Anybody can make you angry, but go ahead.
No, they can't. But for real, like, he is, like, in tune with me. Like, I really like his personality. We really have a lot of things in common. We born in the same year. Like, I have to do everything. I make all the decisions. I do.
No.
I make all the decisions. Even on his birthday, I made the decisions.
Now, this was your declaration of love.
I love
and you
him,
complaining about the brother. We've been talking bad about him all thing. All I said was 30 seconds of positive. You went it 15 seconds in, it was over. That was sad. That was pitiful. That's an F. Mr. Lewis, you got to be able to do better than that.
Okay.
Positive, love, why she's the woman for you. Go.
Like she said, we do have a lot in common.
And I didn't think he could do worse, but he did.
This is him.
What would you do if your partner was in a physical fight with your family member? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back. I'm going to address what I believe is an overall error that so many people make these days, young people, about what love is. And first of all, they always fall out with that he's my soulmate. That's some stuff you got out of a book. You read it, and it don't mean nothing. I don't know who thought that up. I would like to find out who he was, dig him out of his grave, and smack him. Because it's not true. You can have a wonderful time with anybody for some period of time. You get a little bit of love and a little bit of excitement, and you say, he's my soulmate because I enjoyed him. Ooh, that sex was good. And then once you've decided somebody's your soulmate, you just overlook all of the 75 phone calls. If he's your soulmate, he'd have answered on number 1. But you know what I mean? There is no such thing. Guy don't answer my phone, I don't call him again till he calls me. Because I ain't gonna chase nobody. He don't want to talk to me. Why I'm gonna make him talk to me? And you want this cat to marry you. If you a lunatic every other day, he ain't gonna sign on for that. And you can't chase anybody into being trustworthy. He messes up, you break up with him. And then when I say break, that doesn't mean throw him out of the house and then have sex with him the next day. I mean, send him away. You know, you both need to work on who you are. Work on your sense of security and work on your sense of how you're going to lead your piece of this community into a better day. And with that, I will adjourn. This matter is adjourned.
When the judge brought up my anger and attitude, like, for her not to know me, like, she hit it on the nail. We came on here because he don't communicate, because he don't express his feelings. He did the exact same thing here.